Hi guys. So playing with getting upside down. So the holidays can lead to a lot of blues for a lot of people, and there's something about getting upside down that will actually turn your energy right side up. So I'm going to start with just basic, how to kind of set up yourself. You want to bring your mat against the wall. You can T-bone the wall or you can set it up like me. I've got carpet, so I can come off my mat and use the carpet, or I can use the mat and just scoot it a little closer. We're going to just play with kicking up, getting close to the wall and then kicking up. We've got a couple of ways to try that. And we're going to start on our forearms instead of starting on our hands. Gives you a little more surface area. So dolphin dog and dolphin plank. And then playing with kicking up from there. Block is very handy. If you don't have a block, you can really just use anything, a book, a thick book maybe. This is just going to give you a focal point and something to press into, which helps your muscles integrate and draw in. So starting on forearms, which if you watched my last video on the core work, we did a lot of forearm work. So that can definitely prep you for this. I highly recommend doing some core work before you start to get against the wall. And you want a lot of space. You don't want stuff in your way. All right, so we are going to start with dolphin plank. Go ahead and take your block or your thick book and frame it. You just want to take the L shape of both hands and press it into the block. The rest of your forearm and your palms need to press straight down as if the block wasn't there. But you are hugging in with that part of your hand I just talked about, so you can kind of lift it. And your focal point is there too, your drishti, your gaze is there. So once you got your forearms in place, go ahead and come to like a dolphin plank, right? Hips down, or you can walk your feet in and come to like a dolphin dog, all right? So the closer you can get your feet to your elbows, the better you're gonna be able to resist the gravity through your bones, which is what you want. So keep walking in, bend your knees as needed. Not everybody has super open hamstrings, right? So just bend your knees as needed and then pick a leg to reach up. So the leg that reaches up doesn't kick, right? So we don't have this going on. The leg that reaches up is steady. The leg that's on the ground is the kicker. So fan your toes on the leg that's up and then kick, right? So the walls are right there. Try not to go through it, right? Kick and there it is, right? Kick and there it is. And you want to just rest in between and take a breath. Kind of bring your head down. And just notice that the energy kind of shifts. You sort of start to feel like a little kid a little bit with all this kicking and hopping. And we're going to switch sides now. So get prepared to feel a little awkward because one side always feels a little strange. All right, so walk yourself in, pick the other leg. Again, bend your knees as needed, right? They don't have to be straight. But you do want to think about lifting and extending through the top leg and kicking through the bottom leg, all right? Keep your core fired up. And then once you get that leg on the wall, you can think about maybe playing with pressing into the floor with your forearms and bringing your legs together. Maybe for just a minute, right? All right, so that's one that you can play with, kicking up forearm plank. For those of you that just want to extend and use your whole arm, we're going to go to handstand now. Similar concept, won't need the block. So you can set the block aside. You can take your mat all the way up if you like, or use your carpet. You want to be far enough away from the wall that you're not going to hit your head, right? So maybe like a full hand's distance from the wall. And then set it up so that your arms are a little more broad than you might think. It's going to give you more leverage. Spread your fingers wide, and then kind of walk yourself into like a short dog. Walking up a little more, bend your knees as needed. And again, find the leg that reaches and the leg that kicks. So as you start to come up, you want to lock your arms out, right? You don't want to come up with bent elbows because you're going to face plant or top of your head's going to land. So you want to make sure you press into the floor and lock your arms, okay? And the wall's right there, right? It's almost there. Keep kicking, keep kicking. Eventually when you get to the wall, scissor your legs just a little bit. And then imagine pressing through the ball of your feet, fingertips on the floor, resisting, right? So you don't go over, and you can hug, 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 and squeeze. You can come down. And of course we want to switch to the other side. So you want to have the other leg kick too, right? So one leg reaches, the other leg kicks. Yeah, think about like little hops and reaching through that top leg. Woo! Once you're on the wall, you know where it is. You can start to play with those scissor legs and the fingertips rooting. Draw your legs together, squeeze, squeeze, and come down. So the more you practice, the more you'll be able to stick it. But it doesn't really matter so much the sticking. You're gonna get the benefit either way. That rush of vitality, that rush of energy, that feeling of, woo, you know, I just let a bunch of stuff go. That probably doesn't really matter. And I can be lighter, right? So getting upside down, flushing toxic energy, turning your perspective around. So have fun and more to come. Namaste.